Good morning, traders. So how are we going to trade the Dow Jones today? So I think the two areas we need to watch for is the high and low of yesterday. And you can see we formed a doji bar, indecision bar, range bar, and the question is which direction. Now for me, the higher probability is definitely to the upside. So we've got 4 green candles, not really a red candle at all, purely an indecision candle, and now we're busy forming another green candle. This is a pretty strong trend. I mean, if you look at the left, that's a pretty strong trend. Red, 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 red all the way down. And this is a pretty strong trend to the upside. Green all the way through. Okay, and earnings season starts today anyway. So I suspect that we are still going to move to the upside, and there's quite a bit of upside to come. Now, if we look at the 4 hour, and remember, for me, on the Dow, the trend is the 20 moving average, and we are above the 20 moving average. We came back and tested it, and we bounced off it pretty much the whole of yesterday. It kept bouncing off it, kept bouncing off it, kept bouncing it off. We did close below it, but we've already gapped up above it. So to me, this is a retest of the 20 off the moving average, and we are now looking to move more to the upside. Okay, this is a pretty strong uptrend. So, in saying that, where do we get into this? That's the big question. Okay, so we have the high and the low, so there's our range. So what we're looking for is just to tighten this up a little bit and tighten this bottom up, I think, to there. So this is our range, okay? So a break either side will give us a direction. For me, I'm expecting this thing to break to the upside. Maybe not right now. Probably a little bit of a pullback, consolidation, maybe even a gap close down the bottom here. Come and test the bottom of the range again before we move to the upside. Okay, so that's kind of the play that I'm expecting today. Now, let us just get the open range. So let's start with this closing range, not open range. So that was the previous day's closing range, and you can see it didn't really help us at all because targets were hit very early. I just want to extend it a bit. So what we're looking for is that to there. Okay, so currently our closing range breakout target is the high of yesterday, and we're pretty close to that. Okay, so I wouldn't take a long right now. I'd wait for a pullback. So let it hit this level, pull back, and the pullback level, let's just put it in, it's going to be looking for the 50%. So I'm just going to put a line in so you can see where that lines up, and then we'll get rid of this. Okay, so that's 50% pullback, and a little bit further down would be the opening gap close. So anything in this area of 24,725 to probably 7424. Let's just get another line here. So 24725 area, and probably as low, I suppose we could say right at the bottom of the range. So 24660. So from 24660 to 24720. So somewhere in that zone, I'd be looking for a decent entry to get long. Okay, and just stay with this trend. This trend is to the upside. Okay, we've kind of gone sideways on this 1 hour trend, but that's to be expected. That's the normal ebb and flow of the market. So we have a trend to the upside. We then had a big gap down, and we've consolidated. Now we need to break below here for this to continue to the downside and potentially start looking at a trend change. But for now, This is just a range, and you could also refer to this as a channel break. Okay, so we've moved down in a pretty haphazard channel, and we've broken through this channel. So you'd want to see a retest of this, which is again at the 50% of the closing range. Also potentially an opening gap close before we move to the upside. That's kind of my take on this, and that's the way I'll trade it. So for as long as we're staying above the 20 moving average on the 4 hour, this trend is up, and that's the direction I'll trade it in. Okay, so let's just get down to the 12 minutes and see what's happening right now. And again, you can see 12 minutes consolidation the whole of yesterday, pretty much. Very difficult to trade this yesterday. There was no clear direction. Well, there was, I suppose. It was down. But there was a lot of these green candles. So a lot of buyers stepping in and trying to push this price up. Okay. So, that's already your warning signals that this is not a move that's going to last for much longer. Okay. So basically buy the dips. As soon as you see a pullback, it's an opportunity to get long. And we would love to see this gap close, a retest down in this area. That would be ideal. We may get it if I look at the diversions that's brewing at the moment, and we do have a bit of a wedge forming here right now. So we do have a bit of a wedge forming. So I suspect we're just stretching for this top here. We'll come and test the top and then fall off, consolidate somewhere down here, and then opportunity to get long. And for me, it is potentially the start of another swing trade. Okay, because your first logical target is 155 points, which will give us that new high. So your first logical target is going to be, just look to the left and you'll see. So it'll be 24870 area, and then obviously gap close at 24800 area. Okay, so that's kind of the most logical targets on this move, but I first want to see us bounce off this level to the downside to allow us to build our position to get in. Okay, so that's my take on this today. I hope it helps, and stay safe. Keep those stops tight and enjoy the day. I'll catch up with you later.